Hello, how y'all doing? Curtiee-cool back again, baby. Curtiee-cool back again. Hey, I just got some things on my mind, and I was just sitting here just thinking, baby. I mean, Curtiee-cool, you know? I mean, y'all tell me what you think about this now. So now, y'all tell me, what do you guys think that's gonna be the output of this case here with Brittany Bowen'S and this Derion Vence? What do you guys think are going to happen next? Do you think once it go to court, they are going to find her guilty? Do you think Brittany is going to join Derion? Or do you think this brother and this Derion's father are going to join Derion Vence? Y'all tell me your feelings. What do you think is going to happen next? I mean, we got the world who want to know, what's going to happen next, I mean, as you can see, I got my clown over here. I mean, hey, look, I don't want no more crackerjack lies. Don't give me this clown crackerjack lie, baby. Curtiee-cool don't want to hear it, baby. Curtiee-cool don't want to hear it. Do not give me no more crackerjack lies, baby. Let's keep it real, because we already know what's going on. Earlier in the last video, I was just kind of curious, why can't Brittany tell us the last time that she hugged Maleah? Or when was the last time she told her that she loved her? I mean, I was looking for her to say something. Why you not talking, Brittany? Okay, that's cool. I understand. I understand. But it's still a missing puzzle in this case. And I supposedly that everything would come out once it hit the court. All this stuff is going to come out. And I think the world is pretty much very well prepared ahead of time to what's going on. I mean, the world have already looked at all this stuff, and they see what's going on with the facts, with the evidence. So I feel like the world is already ahead of this story. So I kind of feel like that this is going to be an easy case to solve, because the world is already a step ahead, and we see what's going on with this entire story. You know what I mean? I strongly feel like that Brittany Bowen'S know a whole lot more about this case. She's holding back. The only thing, the world is just sick and tired of all these clown crackerjack lies. Man, ain't nobody hating on nobody out here. Is that we live in this community. And when you have this kind of situation that happens, and a little girl, lose her life for no reason at all, and then you got folks fighting against the world, fighting against us. Did they forget that we did not kill this little girl? We did not do this. All the people out here who are voicing their opinion and speaking their constitutional freedom of speech, we did not create this crime. So don't nobody be mad at us. Y'all mad at the world because we speaking our freedom of speech about what we think that happened? I mean, why would you be mad? If anything, I think you guys should be happy, especially Brittany and all the stuff that's going on. Same thing with this A.J. Armstrong story. I mean, it's too many facts out here to not really see what's really going on out here. And so I say this. You guys can hate me or you can love me. But Curtiee-cool sticks to the facts, baby. And the world sticks to the facts. I mean, this is not a game here, y'all. Where, okay, you get a little girl who lose her life, in between this stepfather and the baby's mother. And God knows who else was involved into this situation, and you guys now are running and hiding all the evidence. What you tell me, what do you think? Do you think everybody's going to sit back and just go along with killers in the family? Scammers in the family? I mean, do you feel like you can just neglect and abuse the system and kill an innocent little baby, man? And nobody's not going to speak up? Nobody's not going to say anything? I mean, if that happened to my child, man, I would be happy, man, to see the world standing up and fighting for me. To find out who the real killers are out here. Because this is a serious matter. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be running around here hating on everybody because folks out here is leaving comments and sharing their feelings out here accordingly upon the facts. I mean, everybody see the facts here. All the facts is right here in our hand, right before our eyes. Now, why would these people be upset with the world and the facts is right here in the palm of your hand, our hand, their hand, the world hands? So, it don't make no sense. Now, you already know, I mean, they have something to do with it. I mean, you talking about something that they are involved with. Now, for a fact, if you knew and you know that you wasn't a part of this and you didn't do this, this kind of stuff wouldn't bother you. You'll be like, we can talk about this stuff, y'all can talk about this stuff until your face turn blue. It don't matter with me. As long as we get to the bottom of this and find out who did this, this is what it's all about. And we as a community in the city of Houston, we want to get to the bottom of this. And Brittany, I feel like you know a whole lot more in this case, in this story, but why you're hiding. You know, that says a lot about you, Brittany. You know a whole lot more. And there's a whole lot of people out there feel like that you was in this house and knew a whole lot more about what happened to this little girl before you left out and your sister picked you up and took you to the airport. Now, you know what gets me, world? She knew that the neighbors next door had surveillance cameras. She knew this. Okay? So you think about it. She knows when, okay, the camera's going to be rolling for about a week. The cameras are rolling for a week. So now, in order to repeat, but then a lot of this stuff is going to have to be deleted and start all over again. So Brittany was smart. So y'all tell me what days was that when Vince was caught walking out of this apartment with this little girl in this bag. Okay, that was a day she already knew that the cameras don't stop rolling, baby. That's why she did not come out of the house. She did not make herself seen no kind of way so that the camera would pick her up. Because she already knew, you know, the breakdown that the camera is going to be rolling, you know, so many days, and then they're going to have to delete and start all over again. So now I was thinking about this. More likely this is why the camera did not pick her up coming out of the house, because she knew the system, baby. She knew the system. And I guarantee you, if they had a computer in that house, you're going to find something. You know, she's trying to learn something about this, or learn something about that. I kind of feel like you guys are going to find a whole lot of evidence in that computer system. If they had a desktop or a laptop, I feel like it's a whole lot of evidence in that computer. But now to Brittany, I feel like she knew what was going on, but she knew when to come out of that house and when to stay inside of the house so that that camera would not pick her up. So I'm kind of thinking during that time, you know, the camera started all over again. It reset. So the next door neighbors, they delete and they started all over again. So guess what? Before they deleted and start all over again, but that's when they caught Vence in the act, baby. And Brittany knew to stay in that house and to not make herself seen or let herself be seen no kind of way, because she already knew how it goes with the camera next door. So she let Vence do all the dirty work. Okay. Now I know that the camera is going to run out and they are going to reset the camera. So now they got Vence on camera here now. You know what I mean? And that's when they caught Vence on camera. And guess what? They never caught her coming out, because that was during the time when they was clearing the camera. And that's when they looked at this camera work and they saw Vence coming out. So in between that time, that footage was never recorded of Brittany, because she knew when not to come out of that house, because she knew that the footage would have had to be looked at. And it was just a coincidence during that time all this stuff started popping up on TV about this case. And so the next door neighbors were smart enough to run back the camera. Oh, okay, they talking about this stuff. But guess what? I got an ace in the hole here. I see stuff that's going on at this house. So during that time while they was rolling back the camera and going through all this footage, from my understanding, for about a week, 3 or 4 or 5 days of recording now, this neighbor had an idea of the story that was going on. Oh, let me play back my little camera here, and roll back some stuff and see what's going on here. And guess what? Bingo! During that time, while this particular neighbor was rolling back and going through the camera, this is when they picked up and found out that Vence was walking out with this girl's body. Now, Brittany knew just when to leave the house, baby. You know? She walked out during the time when they was rolling back the cameras to find out evidence, to look for something, because that camera picked Vence up walking out with that little girl's body. And during that time while they was rolling back the camera and looking for evidence, then Brittany comes out of the house and missed the whole camera scene. You know what I'm saying? So she did not get caught walking out of the house to know the exact time that she left that house. That's why you don't see nothing of her with the camera picking her up coming out of the house. This is the way I see this world. So she was smart enough to know. Now, I'm kind of thinking, world, she probably pulled something up online. You know, how long does it take? How many days does it take for a surveillance camera to run before they stop it to clear it up and go through all the footage? And how much time it's kind of set in before they pick up again and start recording again? She knew exactly when to come out of that house and not be seen, baby. She knew. And I guarantee if they have that computer, hey, just kind of look for that footage or look for that Google search. You know, how long does it take before a camera is cleared on the footage that's being recorded on a surveillance camera? I bet you will find something that Brittany pulled up so that she knew when not to come out of that house, baby. She knew. So I feel like she was a step ahead of the game, baby, and she just let it all play out in Vence's hand. Now, it's a possibility, allegedly, she could have helped Vince put this little girl's body in that black bag and let him be the guinea pig and walk out with that little girl in that black bag. But why didn't you see Brittany walking out with him? She knew something? Y'all think about it. If she was still in that house and Vince walked out of this house with the Clorox, with the baby in the bag, and you think about it, it's got all this stuff inside the house. I'm thinking if it was like a couple big bottles of Clorox, maybe, just maybe, when Vince was leaving the house with the baby in the bag, Brittany could have been in the house cleaning the house up. Y'all think about it. Because Derion had already dropped the two boys. Was it two boys? I know that he had dropped the two boys to the daycare. So they had enough time to plan out all this stuff just right. This is what allegedly could have happened. So she knew the camera system, how it goes. And Vince was green to it all, baby. He was green. So now, allegedly, Brittany let him walk out the house, with the bag. And she stayed inside of the house, cleaning it up. Trying to get rid of all the blood samples and all that stuff all on the walls or wherever, going down the drain. But it's always one little speck, one little something that you are going to forget to clean up. And that's when they catch you in the act. When forensics get in there and they spray that aluminum all over the wall, all in the sink, all over the place, they know just how to do that stuff and turn out all the lights, put that aluminum, spray it around the sink, down in the sink, take the pipes out, take all that little U-bolt nut out, all that little U-pipe out, spray it down in there, and you will see them blood samples will light up, baby, like a flashlight or like the clown with a smile on his face, baby. It will light up. So now, they was able to find some blood samples, and all this stuff will be key evidence in court. Don't think they don't know. I mean, they got a whole lot on Brittany and Vince. And I just kind of feel like Brittany was smart enough to slip through the cracks. And she knew the exact time when that camera was going to be shut down. And she had Vince to walk out the house. And this is why Vince won't tell on her. And she won't tell on Vince. Vince got caught. Allegedly, Brittany was at the house getting rid of all the blood. Well, at least she thought she got rid of it all because she was cleaning up the house. She was getting rid of all this blood sample, on the wall, and going down the sink or in the bathtub. Allegedly, she was getting rid of all this stuff. I'm thinking allegedly this is what could have happened. And so when Vince left out of the house, he got stone cold busted. They already had talked about this stuff. You can just go ahead on and just go on and haul her out, put her in the trunk of the car. We'll talk more about this when I get back from Wisconsin. So she had a chance to clean up the apartment just in time. And then when her sister, was that her sister? So now Vince then already left the house with the black bag. So now her sister is being called. Y'all pull up them phone records and find out what time did Brittany's sister show up at that apartment. But isn't that strange? that Brittany's sister, let's see, was it a friend or was it her sister? I'm looking at the facts. Why is it that she did not allow, let's just say her sister, to walk into the house and meet her at the door? From my understanding, I'm thinking allegedly she knew exactly when. Now, if they could pull those phone records when Brittany's sister showed up, I'm quite sure she gave her a call. Hey, girlfriend, I'm here. Allegedly, Brittany knew exactly to run out of that house and not let her knock on this door and come inside of the house, because I feel like it was a lot of evidence that they wanted to hide, and they did not want anybody to know about this. So that's why this sister or this friend or whoever it was who was taking her to the airport, this is why she did not let her into the house. She already knew. So allegedly, this is what I feel like what could have happened. Now, speculations that Brittany's flight was scheduled for 4:30 in the evening time. So a lot of folks kind of feel like that gave her a lot of time to be inside of the house and do a lot of dirty work while Vence was rolling out the baby in the black bag. A lot of people feel like that she let Vence do all the dirty work. But now, I got a question to that sister or to that friend. Whoever you are, could you state on this page what time you picked up Brittany at that house to take her to the airport? Ain't nobody talking about that. State that on this page. What time did you pick Brittany up from that apartment? Did you go inside of the house? Did you knock on the door? Or did you call her and say, girl, I'm here? State that, friend or sister, whoever it was who took Brittany to the airport. State that exact time that you took her to the airport. Now, if her schedule was scheduled for 4:30 in the evening, I'm hearing about these two different schedules. She was scheduled early in the morning, airport, and then also I heard about a schedule for late in the evening at 4:30. Now, which one was it? You know what I mean? So now, I'm thinking now, allegedly, I'm thinking now, this is a tricky situation to throw the world off once again. Okay, we'll say it was at 4:30, and then we'll say it was 8:30 in the morning. I feel like Brittany was smart enough to know that that camera was rolling and was going to pick Vence up coming out of that house at 8:30. So she was smart enough not to let her face be seen. Y'all share your feelings and tell me what you think about that. So Brittany was way ahead of Vence. So she didn't show her face. She let him do all the dirty work. Allegedly, this is what I feel that happened. So now, you know something else that gets me? The daycare stated that little Maleah was not seen coming to the daycare. Why was that? Now the two boys was dropped off, but Maleah, it was times when Maleah was not dropped off at the daycare. Now, how do Brittany explain that? If she wasn't dropped off at the daycare, allegedly, again, this is what I'm thinking, y'all. I'm thinking little Maleah was beaten so bad, and she looked so bad until they did not want the daycare to see this little girl's body, because she must have allegedly been beaten so bad, her head all kind of swollen face and knots on her head and body. So they did not want this daycare to see her like this. And you know something else, world, what gets me? When I saw these pictures floating around on the internet with little Maleah, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It appeared to me like this little girl had been abused. Looked like somebody had been hitting her in both of her eyes. I mean, your head is a different thing, you know, brain surgery on your head. But for both of this girl eyes to be swollen, I'm talking about here and here, you know what I mean? Here and here. I saw pictures of this little girl's eyes was swollen. And I think the baby's father was holding her in his lap, and this little girl had 2 swollen eyes. Now, why did the biological father report this? And this when this fatherly instinct comes in. Brother, when you see all this abuse on your child, man, don't you never ever let nobody shut you up or make threats to you and tell you, you better not say nothing about this, you better not talk about this, or you gonna lose all custody battle towards this little girl if you say anything about this. Now, why didn't the biological father speak up and say something about this abuse? I mean, I looked at the pictures and he's holding this little girl in his arms, you know, like a proud father, like any father would be, you know. But you look closely at that little girl and you could see both her eyes was swollen down here. I'm talking, both eyes was swollen, and she had to look as if she had been beaten. Why didn't the biological father report that to CPS? See, it's still a whole lot of unanswered questions here, y'all, and this stuff is just not connecting with me, you know. If I see somebody who have abused my little girl, I got my little girl coming in to a visit, and both her eyes was full, you know, both of her eyes is swollen. Man, don't you know I'm gonna call CPS right there on the spot? Hey, look, this don't look right here. My daughter appears to have been abused here. You know what I mean? Man, you guys better wake up, man, and start talking, bro. All that being quiet ain't gonna get you nowhere. And when you be quiet, it begins to look more and more suspicious, like you know something, what's going on here. You know what I mean? You speak up. It reminds me so much of when I was out in California. I mean, I finally got some visitation rights when the thing first got kicked off, when I took these people to court. And I finally got a chance to see my daughter, Alexa Henderson, for the first time at a supervised visit. I mean, I had to pay all kind of money. I'm talking about $200 or $300 just to see my little girl, man. I mean, everybody wanted to make money off of me. And Patricia Robinson just tried to make everything just as hard as she could, man. And so this is what I'm saying that the biological father should have done when he saw his kid like this. You holding the baby in the picture, man. And this girl got 2 black eyes. Now, why didn't the biological father call CPS right there and then on these people? See, I'm looking at all the facts, what I'm seeing here, and I'm just so disappointed in a whole lot of stuff and all this hiding what Brittany is doing, man. And I kind of feel like she was at that house and she knew when that camera would be rolling, and that's why she did not come out of the house and show her face, because she did not want to be on candid camera, and she did not want that camera to pick her up exactly the time that she said that she was going to be out of town. Now, you know what gets me? Come to find out, I heard about her schedule was scheduled to be at 4:30. Her plane schedule was scheduled to be at 4:30, but guess what? She had more than enough time to do whatever she had to do, and then have her friend to come pick her up and avoid the cameras. So anyway, you guys leave your comments. Tell me what you think. I'm going to end this show. I'm running out of time. I'll pick this up in the next episode. What's my slogan? Curtiee-cool. I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Curtiee-cool.
Goodbye.